Simon, having picked through the bones of the game at the weekend, obviously a really tight contest, second half came through a lot strongly. What positives can you take out of that, building up into Europe now?
There were lots of things. Our scrum was pretty effective throughout most of the game. We had a couple of poor ones into the second half, but I think that was a real weapon, and probably didn't get rewarded enough for our dominance in that area. We gave Glasgow early lead, and that was the difference in the end. It was only 5 points difference. We didn't play to our best, and a lot of things in the game which we can improve on, and that are in our control. So this week's been about focusing on what we can get right and make sure that we don't allow some of that error to creep into our game, and we're far more accurate when we get opportunities with the ball in hand.
Could there be anything better in that sense in terms of getting people focused and the intensity of a Heineken Cup week and going to the Stoop now at the weekend for your first Heineken Cup week?
No, it doesn't get any bigger than the Heineken Cup, and then going to Harlequins, who have made the quarterfinals last year. They're well respected amongst professional rugby these days. They're well coached, and it'll be a big test for us, but it's probably a good time to play a team like that early season. Both sides probably trying to find a little bit of form, but I think we feel confident we can go there and cause some problems. And it's Anglo-Welsh derby, and that always brings out the best in us and also in our supporters. So hopefully that'll be a good place to go and watch a game of rugby on Saturday.
Yeah, and in terms of the threats that they had all across the field, really, I mean, you're not going to be looking at any particular individuals. They've got really impressive back line as well as their forwards play as well. Yeah,
they probably have improved their forward play in the last couple of years, but in terms of individuals, Danny Kerr and Nick Evans, that run the game for them at half-back, and Mike Brown at 15 is certainly someone that's a big threat for them going forward. So there's lots to deal with in terms of when they've got the ball, but hopefully we can impose our game as well when we have it.
And for our back line, evenly matched, obviously it's a lot for those players to get up for this game. It's a fantastic occasion, isn't it?
Yeah, I think these are the games that players really want to strive to play in, and also then to when you get selected to make sure that you have a performance that's worthy of the stage, and there's no bigger stage than the European Cup, and going to Quins is certainly something that we're all excited about, but more importantly a chance to get a bit of momentum back in the season, and also kick off a Heineken campaign with a good performance, which will hopefully lead into a good result.
You said it's so important how you start in Europe. You've got to start strongly. Going away, I mean, there's some memorable past games where we've gone away, first game's up, and got fantastic victories. Do those sit in the back of your head? Do those sit in the back of the players' heads, or are you just thinking about the game?
Well, I think we've done it, and it is in the past, but it's certainly something that players in this club have been able to get up for in the past, and I've been lucky enough to play in a few of those. And I hope that we're instilling that type of understanding of what the history means to the club in Heineken Cup, and building a little bit of that mentality for this competition. We didn't do it last season, but this season I think we've got far more understanding of that, and hopefully that will show in the performance on Saturday.
I know you're going to say to me that you're only thinking about this first game, but how great is it going to be for our supporters to have Racing Metro here again the following week? So come out of a great game against Harlequins, then we're one of the top French sides that spent very heavily coming here. Some great stars are going to be on the field. It's going to be a wonderful occasion here in a couple of weeks as well.
Yeah, I think we've been drawn in a pretty tough group, but an exciting one as well. And I think if you want to pit yourself against the best, then we've certainly been drawn in that way. Quins first up away, but then Racing at home will hopefully whet the appetite for players in particular, but also supporters to come and see some of the best players in the world, and hopefully see ourselves again put in a performance that's worthy of the stage, but also the jersey, and the fact that we're in the Heineken Cup and we want to be in it in the future, and we want to make a mark on it like we have in the past. So it's exciting. Next couple of weeks will be really exciting, and hopefully that will give us a boost going into the next stage of the season.
That's great, Simon. Just a quick update on injuries. You've got a couple of bits of good news in terms of some of the players that are coming back. Gareth Owen is back fit. He's available for selection. Gareth Davis is back as well. Samson Lee's recovered from his. So you've obviously got a group of players coming back as well in terms of selection for this week.
Scott Williams has made it back as well. So there's probably 4 or 5 that are coming back into the group. There's a couple of players. Rob McCusker has a tear in his calf, and Ken Owens has a abdominal injury, which neither should keep them out too long, but they won't be available this weekend, unfortunately. But apart from that, we feel like we're fairly strong across the board, and we haven't got that many injuries at the moment, and hopefully that will continue.
Okay, well, Simon, all the best for the weekend. We look forward to it.